Layer of intrigue. No one could say for certain how Suzanne came to be in the store in the first place. Beatrice Arnold didn't remember seeing her enter, and the security tape offered no answers. The hoodie hung off her in great draping folds. She was a pale, fragile stalk of a girl. The media liked to contrast the black and white footage with colorful family photographs. The smiling blonde girl in the blue bridesmaid's dress. The smiling girl at the beach with her mother. The smiling girl reading a book and gazing out the window. They stood in bold relief to the grim-faced kid in the baseball cap, hands thrust deep in pockets, hunched low like an animal watching warily from its burrow. Suzanne wandered up and down the aisles, but her head was cocked toward the front window. 179 seconds passed. Something out the window caught her eye, and her posture changed. A vehicle, perhaps? She snatched 3 items off the shelves. Ring-dings, a Dr. Pepper, and a box of Red Vine's licorice. A combination now known eerily as the Lost Girls' Picnic. Suzanne also paid in cash, dumping crumpled dollar bills, quarters, and pennies on the counter before shoving her purchases into her backpack. The security camera caught her eye, and for a long moment Suzanne gazed up at it, an expression frozen in time, and, like Mona Lisa's smile, interpreted 1,000 different ways. Gibson stared back, as he always did, locking eyes with Suzanne, waiting for her to smile shyly at him the way she had when she wanted to tell him a secret. Waiting for her to tell him what had happened. Why she'd run away. In all the intervening years, he'd never stopped hoping for an answer. But the little girl on the security video wasn't talking. To him or anyone else. In a final gesture, Suzanne drew her baseball cap low over her eyes and looked away for good. At 10:56 p.m., she stepped out the door and into the night. Beatrice Arnold would tell the FBI that the girl seemed anxious and that her eyes were red, as if she'd been crying. Neither Beatrice nor the couple pumping gas noticed whether she got into a vehicle. One more frustrating dead end in a case of dead ends. The FBI failed to turn up a single substantial lead. No one ever came forward to claim the $10 million reward offered by the family and their supporters. Despite the frenzied media coverage, despite her famous father, Suzanne Lombard walked out of the gas station and vanished. Her disappearance remained an enduring American mystery alongside Jimmy Hoffa, D.B. Cooper, and Virginia Dare. The news went to commercials, and Gibson exhaled, unaware that he'd been holding his breath. The tape always left him spent. How much longer were they going to keep showing it? There hadn't been a development in Suzanne's case for years. Today's big breaking story was that Riff Raff had cut his hair short and earned a college degree while in prison for a felony drug bust. The internet, in its infinite snark, rechristened him Professor Riff Raff, or Raff 2.0. Other than that, it was all a maudlin rehash of what everyone already knew, which was nothing. But the 10th anniversary of her disappearance loomed, which meant the networks would keep running their retrospectives, keep exploiting Suzanne's memory, keep trotting out anyone with even a passing relationship to the family or to the case. Staging their tasteless reenactments at the service station in Breezewood and using computer models to project what she might look like today. Gibson found the mock-ups especially hard to look at. Suzanne would be 24 now, a college graduate. The images tempted him into imagining what her life might have been, where she might live, her career path, something to do with books, no doubt. He smiled at that, but caught himself. It wasn't healthy. Wasn't it time to give her some peace? Give them all some peace? Heck of a thing, the man beside him said, staring up at the television. Sure is, Gibson agreed. I remember where I was when I heard she was missing. Hotel room in Indianapolis on a business trip. Like it was yesterday. I have 3 daughters. The man rapped his knuckles on the wooden counter for luck. I sat on the edge of the bed for a couple hours watching. Just terrible.